Welcome back, everybody, to the Renaissance Humanism podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Riley. In today's episode, I will be discussing where does universal human rights come from. Origins of universal human rights and their philosophies and ideologies originate in the French political academia in the 18th century and legacies of two revolutions. The first being the American Revolution of 1775 to 1783, which advocated the universal rights of man and that all humans are created equal. Again, this also applies to the other great 18th century revolution, the French Revolution of 1789, which advocated liberty, equality, and fraternity, and called for every person right to freedom, equal treatment across France and the rest of Europe, which would have massive consequences throughout the next 2 centuries. Universal human rights in the present tense comes from the aftermath of World War II, which lasted from 1939 to 1945. The deaths directly caused by the war include military and civilian fatalities estimated between 50 and 56 million, with additional estimates of 19 to 25 million deaths from war-related diseases, famine, civilian deaths totaling 50 million to 55 million. There were some figures that put this number much higher. Also, during this conflict, Nazi Germany killed over 6 million people in Nazi concentration camps and extermination camps, particularly the Jewish minority throughout Europe. The impact of this human tragedy, imitated by humanity's inhumanity to its humanity, was colossal. After World War II, the United States of America and its allies, in the form of Britain and the recently liberated France, faced the possibility of a Third World War against the Soviet Union, aka Russia. In this new geopolitical global security environment, the German need to be rebuilt and used as a frontier for the next possible great conflict was front lines. Please also try to keep in mind in the context of that time period between 1939 and 1990 there have been 20 years since the First World War, which ended officially in 1919, and the Second World War started just 20 years after the First World War. People in the aftermath of World War II may have expected World War III in just a few years instead of the Cold War, which happened between 1945 until 1989, with both the United States of America and the Soviet Union engaged in proxy wars, such as the Vietnam War from 1955 until 1975. Furthermore, in the aftermath of World War II, it wasn't practical to arrest the population of Germany. The choice was made to rehabilitate Germany and not to contain nationalism. Over the last 80 years, there's been a downgrade of nationalism and national identity in favour of promoting universal human rights, universal liberalism, and the idea that all humanity is equal. It's very tempting to believe this and follow this. There have been two world wars within the span of 20 years, and now, in the last 3 generations, we've known nothing but peace. And also supporting universal human rights, universal liberalism, have been under threat since the 1990s. Since 1992, the American electorate voted in Bill Clinton, and American presidents since 1992 are becoming increasingly isolationists, less priori, and political leaders are no longer suppressing nationalism. Nationalism starting to wake up again now. National identity start to wake up again. There's elements within France that the people in French want to be French, people in Germany want to be German. Less to a degree, though. People in Britain want to be English, want to be Welsh, want to be Scottish. And those old attitudes starting to wake up again. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this podcast. I hope you found it informative and insightful. Thank you for listening, and hope you all have a great holiday season, and peace out.